share this on my page.
Let's talk about hair. It's not your average conversation. It's not your average conversation about hair. Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to Main Talk Conversations about Hair. Good evening, my sister.
Good evening, Shani.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Trying to share this post to my page right now. So for those who are looking, we are making sure that we are, sharing, doing what we're doing. We already have people that are watching. And first, let me just start off by saying hello, everybody. I'm Deshaun Bullard, host of Main Talk. And my co-host is...
Anta.
Yes. So we're gonna have a very good show. First of all, let me say I
need to pay attention.
Right, that's what I'm about to say. My distracted co-host. That's what I was gonna say. But I like your hair. So the braids are gone. Listen, the braids are gone. What's going on?
I made a month. That was like a miracle. I like the braids, but it was a lot. The maintenance. I didn't have a relationship with those braids. You talk about having a relationship with your hair. I didn't have a relationship with those braids and the maintenance at night. And I had to call Nia almost every night to Nia put it up where it was comfortable because I could never get it up where it was comfortable. So while I liked them, it was a lot because I don't have a relationship with the braids. So
have a relationship.
When I get them again, I'll be going out the country.
Right, because you have a relationship with your hair. That's the real thing about you. You
get
your own hair most of the time.
Yeah.
Okay, well, guys, speaking of hair, tonight's topic was brought about by conversations that me and my co-host have every day. We talk all day. Well, we talk multiple times in a day. And so we're normally talking about something. So all of these conversations come up. And Anta, you wanted to talk about, working out versus, getting lipo, or if you tell somebody you wanted to get lipo, how people may judge you. Or
any type of surgery. Yeah, so because I'll tell people, I say I'm joking, but I'm really serious. I'll say I'm just gonna go get it sucked out or something, and because I do walk, I want to jump start and I want help, but people shame people that decide that they want to go and do those things, right? And however you decide to get the fat off or get toned, it should be your choice of how you want to. You shouldn't get shamed. We shame each other about so many things, and hence is why we have so many topics to talk about. But being shamed about how you decide to tone your body or what you say, kill the fat, right? Should definitely be on you. And then if someone says you should be, oh, you look good. You okay? Because I told you I'm gonna get it done. I'm gonna say flat tummy tea. I told y'all that was so because that's what they do, right?
And that's the latest craze, fat tummy tea, because everybody wants a flat tummy. I often laugh because back in the day, I remember when we used to greet people, we never looked at each other's stomachs. But nowadays, have you noticed that you can walk in a room or somewhere and people just kind of look down? That's kind of a judgment of your persona nowadays. People are just looking down at your stomach like, oh, or they either will say something about it, like, well, how you get a flat stomach, or how you, and stuff like that. And so it's kind of crazy. It's just where we are in the world today. We're in the world of fitness, everything glorified, everything smooth out, skin smoothing apps, everything is beautiful. It's all about, we want to work out. For some of us who are watching, for some of you guys who are watching, some of you guys really want to work out, but you really struggle with your daily wear of your hair, right? Mm-hmm. So I know you really don't have a problem. You say you wrap your hair and you go, right?
Correct. My hair is tamed. And we were talking earlier that, with the braids was easier with walking, but with the braids, it wasn't easier walking for me because it was heavy on my head and I couldn't find the right style to get it in where it was comfortable in my brisk walk, if you will. So, for me, it wasn't comfortable but my hair is tamed. So I often tell people I play tennis, I walk, and what I do is I just wrap it and I just keep it wrapped a little while after that. So I don't allow it to control me. As NDRE say, I'm not my hair, right? although I have a relationship with it, I'm not my hair. You may come on here one week and it's just all gone. I'll be like, oh my gosh, what happened to her hair? Because I'm not my hair, right? So I just wrap mine, and because it's tame. And I know some people wrap it in and it's wet, and because we're in menopause and all those things happen, but that's for the most part, that's what I do, and that works for me.
And and we're in a craze now that women they wear their hair natural. And it's funny that they wear their hair natural, and even in its natural state, they just have a hard time as it relates to working out, whether it be workout aerobics or or whatever. But I think the main topic tonight is all about, if you want to achieve your best body, how should you achieve it? We know there are some circumstances that people can work out for a year, and we'll see some results, but still get discouraged with the results that they want to receive. Maybe they have diabetes, or and things like that, and they may want
hypertension and those things.
And then we look at some of the celebrities who say that they have this beautiful body. They have had 5 babies. We're not going to name any celebrities. They've had 5 babies, and then they got this bod that is like boom, boom, boom. Well, how did they get it? They had to have some type of lipo or something like that.
And my whole thing with that is that I wish, because we're so hard on ourselves, so I just wish they would say that. I know it's their personal business, but if they're going to get out there and show it and say, I'm working out and this is how I got it, it's not fair to consumers who think that, wow, why can't I get this? You can't get this because you can get it, but they didn't get it working out. You know what I mean?
Right,
I would really love if they would just say, yeah, I got this done. Like Wendy Williams, she'll let you know, I sure did. I got it done. So people are not so hard on themselves if they're working out all the time and they're not seeing the results they want to see in the time frame that they want to see it, to know that something else happened. You know what I mean? And in some cases, people work out and they need to get some help and they need to get some things done, and that's why we have 2 different guests that's going to help us get to it, right?
Yes. So why don't we go ahead and bring in Jill, because she is our guest for this evening. She is the owner of Jill Miller Fitness, and she's going to come to us and she's going to give her thought process on working out, because we know how Jill feel about fitness and getting it done. So Jill, welcome to Main.
Welcome, Jill.
Welcome to Main Talk on Air, Jill.
Hello, ladies.
Thank
you so much for inviting me.
Right. Look.
Hey, Delta's putting that work.
Exactly.
So you already know.
Exactly. So Jill, what is your thought process? People want to achieve their best body. It's what you do. You've been doing it for quite some time now. But what is your thought process on, people just really getting it in to shed the fat versus going to surgery, lipo, or things like that? So tell us your real deal. First of all, tell people how old you are, because you look fabulous. Tell people how old you are.
Thank you guys so much. God is so good. I am 49. Okay. I've been training now, Deshawn. 49, man, fit, fine, and fabulous.
Right.
But real talk, seriously, I love the title of the show, Main Talk, because this is a great platform to talk about hair and how people feel about fitness in regards to the hair. And so a lot of people say, oh, I don't want to work out because, it's going to get, it's going to mess up my hairdo and this and that. But at the end of the day, you got to get to moving. You got to move that body.
Yeah.
And so I've been training now 20 years, preaching and teaching, telling folks there's nothing like releasing those endorphins when you exercise. It's bigger than just physical fitness. It's mental as well as physical, sisters. It's big, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You gotta do the work and be willing to go on that journey. We all want that quick fix.
Right.
Deshawn, we want that quick fix.
Yes, we want that quick
fix. Society tells us we got this image, we gotta look a certain way. And the older you get, the more stressful it becomes. It's like so much is put on looks and image. It's like you can't even get certain jobs because of your size or the way, you look. And so I do understand when people say, hey, they rather, do the shortcut route, the quick way, get the plastic surgery or the lipo. But at the end of the day, a lot of the celebrity clients I have, or my clients in general, I've trained them, they've done it.
Right.
They've had the surgery and the weight comes back.
Right, right. So
that's
Jill,
that's important to mention. Yeah,
that is
You know,
important.
so
But Jill,
let's look at that. So
but
you
Jill,
have to take that. Say it again, Deshaun.
I was gonna say, but Jill, let me ask you this question right quick. How often should one commit to a workout to achieve results? You know, we have some people that they just want to work out like once a week or twice a week. Some people say 3 times a week. Some people work out every single day. Some people work out 7 days. And the second part of that is, if you decide to work out, you know, however many days that you recommend, how often should you give your body a rest to even achieve the results?
Okay, very good question. Look, to really, you know, see the results, you know, to get to where you really want to be, people want to see change quickly. And again, it's a journey. You really have to trust the process. It takes about 3 to 6 months, if I can be transparent. It takes work, at least 3 to 5 days of fitness. And that's with proper nutrition as well. You can work out 7 days a week, but you can't outwork a bad diet.
That's right.
It's a combination. It's a combination. You have to do the work. And I'm talking about your clean eating as well as moving the body. You know what I mean? And some of us are blessed to have great genetics, not all of us. But the bottom line is, if you do the work, you put the time in, you're going to get the results. You really are.
So Jill, so for the audience that's listening in and say, hey, I've decided that I want to, you know, have my best body, have my best overall holistic self. What's the first step from your approach? What is the first step that we should do if this is a journey we want to go on? Like you said, it's a journey.
It is a journey. It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
The first thing you need to do is be honest with yourself. Do a self-assessment and be realistic with your goals. Set a goal. What is it that you want to achieve? Is it weight loss? Is it losing weight for a husband? Is it losing weight for a wedding? Let's be real with it. What's your agenda? Why
I love that.
Changes.
Jill, I love that. I love that. In my mind,
let's get to the bottom of it. Let's be real. Why are you on this road?
That self-assessment. Yeah,
do a self-assessment. Be 100 with yourself. Even if you don't have a personal trainer or an accountability coach or a best friend, talk to yourself.
Right. Well, listen,
talk to you.
That's right.
Ask yourself, okay, why am I feeling a need to lose 15, 20, 30 pounds? And what's going on? What's the underlying issue here? Because see, it's bigger than just the movement. It's mental and physical. Folks don't want to realize when one thing is off, everything is off.
That's
so yeah, I can go tomorrow. I got money in the bank.
That's right.
People go out and get a loan to get surgery.
Right.
But will that change my mindset?
Come on, Jill. Come on.
Is that gonna change my mindset, sis? So I need to know, I need to be honest with myself and say, why do I need to lose this weight? Is it because of a chronic illness? Is it because of a bad doctor's report I received? Is it because my husband is cheating on me? He's looking somewhere else. What is the reason why I need to do this? And once I can answer that question, then I can tackle what's ahead of me, because it's a journey. And it's fun. It's a fun journey. You feel so good when you do something for you. Plastic surgery is a quick fix. It's cute when you're just trying to tweak maybe a certain, you know, your abs or your calves or a certain area. You know, if you're a celebrity and you just got one area you want to work on, that's part 2. That'll be another conversation we can have.
Right.
That's another conversation.
But Jill, I think.
But right now, we got people, you know, and plastic surgery is not going to change that.
Right.
It's not going to change that.
Okay, Jill. So let me ask you one last question before we move to our next guest, who is going to talk a little bit more on the surgery side. But let me ask you: is there a breaking point? I know for some people, if you're trying to lose 10 pounds, for some people it seems easy to just go work out and lose 10 pounds. But if I need to lose 50 plus pounds, it seems a little bit harder. The journey,
or 100 pounds, or 100 pounds.
Or 200 pounds, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
200 pounds. You know, what do you feel like is the breaking point for people like that? Because you're right, it just takes moving a little bit, but some people are some people feel so embarrassed to even come into a facility to have other people looking at them because I'm 100 pounds overweight. Who's gonna look at me? And the fear cripples them from coming in or starting to do something. What do you have to say to those people?
And again, I've been a trainer for 20 years, so I've seen both sides of it. I have clients who will only work out with me, you know, one-on-one. They don't like the group setting because, you know, because of that fear or because of the self-image or the low self-esteem. You know, there's a lot of issues why people don't want to be out in public working out around others. And then it's a sometimes it's a trainer that, you know, you need someone in your corner to say, hey, don't worry about that. It's not even about your outfit. It's not about, you know, the way you look. Let's get it done. Come on in here. Let's push past that. Push past that mental, that negative self-talk, that negative self-talk statement, because you can do it. And if you can even get a good friend or somebody just to go walk with you 4 to 5 days out the week, you're gonna get the results. But there is nothing like investing in your health, because guys, health is wealth. Spend that money, pay for a trainer, get an accountability friend, accountability coach to push you along the way. Yes, journaling. Do what you got to do so you can get going. Because you're right, Deshaun. Some people won't walk into a gym or into a training facility, but they got Jim Miller. They can come at any time. And I will help them. That's one thing. I am a certified motivational coach. I get you off that couch. I'm certified to do that. I do it very well. Because I don't care about you. Look, I'm only got this mane on today because they said it was called mane talk. So I'm gonna be cute for the girls. But
listen, you just finished.
I literally just finished teaching class at 7 o'clock. I come in here, guys, with a do-rag on and a ponytail I can snatch off and put back on, because people make that excuse. Their hair is their excuse for not exercise when you're bigger than hair. It's bigger than hair.
Jill, let everybody know where you're located.
Oh, thank you so much, Soror. I'm right here in Union City. I love serving in South Fulton. However, you can also train with me via Zoom or on Facebook. But God has allowed me to have a facility here in Union City, 4791 Jonesboro Road. I used to be the Science trainer.
And you still are the pandemic day. But you know, a lot of stuff went on last year. My mama passed. It was a whole lot of stuff.
Yes. And plus you got your hairline going on. She has a lot going on, so she's unable to.
But I'm coming back. So I'm coming back. The kids are going to school, and so now I can kind of release. You know, mommy's
you got
gone.
the twins in college.
Twins, you know, so now I have a little bit. So you know, after the winter pass, I'll be back in the spring.
All right, cute, because she'll tell you, I'm gonna work you out.
Yes, she will.
It's more to it, guys, than that physical. See, I like to start with the mental first, because if I can get you here, I can get you right, get your body right.
That's right.
Get your body right.
I love you.
Thank you.
If I can get you here to commit, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Guess what, ladies? Ladies?
What?
The body follows the mind.
That's right. That's right.
And you know what else?
What else?
That's what else you need. Again, like I said earlier, your diet, proper nutrition. Here at One Life, look, this is Jill Miller Fitness Studio, but God has blessed us. We're able to stretch it now. We also provide nutrition. So we have One Life juices. We make cold pressed juices right in this facility.
That's right. And it tastes good.
Right? You got everything you need.
Very good.
So now it's nutrition and physical fitness. There's no excuse. Come and see me. I'm serious. Please come and see me.
Well, thank you, Jill. Thank you again, Jill. Thank you so much for joining us, you know, here on Main Talk and taking the time to just stop in the middle of your workout to put your main on.
And we'll put your information on Main Talk page. So
okay, please.
Right.
Well, please let the people know the truth.
Yeah.
That, you know, surgery is one thing, but there's nothing like doing the work for yourself and having ownership. You feel good when you put that work in. There's nothing like it.
Yes. Well, thank you, Jill. Thank you for
Bye. God bless y'all. Delta, stand up. Yes. We love the community. Let's keep working, guys. Let's keep working.
All right.
One Life Juices, Deshaun.
All right. Bye-bye. Jill is out the chizzy, right? She just
got energy for days, right? I love it.
So I answer. So Jill gave her side about, workout, but we talk mainly about lipo, but we know that there are some instances where, people really need to have surgery.
Get off, yeah.
But more like bariatric surgery. So why don't you introduce our next guest?
I am so excited to have a referral from Dr. Lori Johnson. I want to say that because it's important that we all connect and have girl power.
Yes.
But Dr. Shaneeta Johnson is Associate Professor of Surgery, Director of Minimal Invasive Robotic and Bariatric Surgery. She's a program director and general surgery resident program. She's a senior fellow of Satcher Health Leadership Institute at Morehouse School of Medicine in Atlanta, Georgia. And she's the chair of robotic surgery at Grady Hospital. Please help us welcome Dr. Johnson.
Hello.
Thank you for patiently waiting and thank you for agreeing to be on.
Yes, my pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, so I was gonna say, Dr. Johnson, just tell us. I know you heard Gia with all of the energy, but we know that there are cases where people have to come in to see you. At what point does a person come in to see you? Where are they? Who are they? Where are they mentally? Where are they physically? The person that comes in to see you. Let's start there.
When I think about obesity, I think of obesity on a spectrum, right? And there are many different treatments, from diet and exercise to surgery. Medications are in the middle. And so when we talk about who is the ideal person for surgery, that's someone who's tried diet and exercise and has not been successful. They may have a genetic component to their obesity. They're usually about 100 pounds overweight. So when you find your BMI and you find a normal BMI, if your body mass index is at least 35, that's obese. And that is obesity that qualifies for bariatric surgery. So look at your body mass index, and there are tons of calculators on the internet that you can find. If your body mass index is between 25 and 30, that's overweight, and 30 and above is obesity. And so that's the person that comes in to see me. And we think of bariatric surgery not just as a one-stop shop, right? So when you come in to see me, you're coming in to see a dietitian. We're going to talk about exercise physiology. You're going to meet with a psychologist. You have a well-rounded program. A lot of times we also work with an obesity specialist who can help with medications as well. So this is not a quick fix by any stretch of the means. This is definitely something that you're putting your effort into and working towards. And when you come to see me, it's typically a few months that you're working with a dietitian, you're working on your exercise, seeing the psychologist before we actually make it to surgery. And then I say, I see you for life. You're my patients forever.
Okay, I like that. Because you want to make sure they're staying on track.
That's right. And I want to make sure your nutrition is where it needs to be. You're taking your right vitamins and so on. So I get invited to weddings and I get invited to baby showers.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
It's really neat to see people completely change their life.
Right. But since you're talking about the bariatric surgery, I have some friends and Ayanta and I, we share friends who have gone through bariatric surgery, but we know that there's many different types of bariatric surgery. So some of the type of surgeries that we hear about is, I guess, it's the sleeve versus the bypass. What's the difference between the two?
Yeah, so the two most common procedures are the ones you just mentioned, the sleeve and the bypass. And the sleeve is where we narrow the stomach, so it gives you that portion control. So your stomach goes from like a football-shaped stomach to banana size. So when you eat, you feel full. It sends the signals back to your brain and says, hey, I've had enough. And that's how you lose the weight. Then with the bypass, we actually bypass the part of the intestine. This is really important for those that have diabetes. There's nothing stronger in the market for curing diabetes than the gastric bypass. And so by bypassing that area, we're no longer stimulating the pancreas. And so we see a difference in blood sugars immediately. And so that's the gastric bypass. Now, both of them, I want you to take vitamins and minerals after. That's very, very important. We want you to continue to follow the diet, follow the exercise regimens. very, very important that we all work in concert.
Well, this is Main Talk, and I know just from servicing clients who've had bariatric surgery that one of the side effects is hair loss. When could one expect to for their hair to balance out after going through bariatric surgery? Because this is really big, because sometimes we feel like at a loss of helping them. You guys put them on a full range of nutritional supplements, but the hair is just steady falling. You know, at what point would one who goes through this, when should they balance out and start seeing their hair start to regrow back?
So typically that happens in the first 6 months. And the first 6 months is the most rapid period of weight loss. And so during that 6 months, if you're not getting enough protein in your diet or the vitamins, you may see some hair loss. That usually rebounds by 6 months. And it usually comes back more full. Maybe you've seen that more healthy once you've gotten back on track with your vitamins and so on. But definitely the first 6 months is where we look out for that potential hair loss. And I usually put people on biotin, which is a vitamin for hair and nails during that time.
And then
I don't see it with everybody. You know, I may see it with maybe 5% of people or less, but it can happen, you know, so we want to make sure that you're on the correct vitamins for that.
Okay, and then my last question, I don't know if Ayanta has.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
You know, what is required? You know, we've seen this over and over again as well. People go through bariatric surgery, they look good for about 3-4 years, and then the weight starts creeping back. You know, is one required to work out to maintain the weight after bariatric surgery?
And in that question, Dr. Johnson, like what happens when the weight starts to creep back on? If you can just include that part in your answer.
So most people keep their weight off. So 85% of people that have the surgery will keep their weight off and maintain it for the long haul. We're talking 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years. We've actually been doing bariatric surgery for more than 50 years in the United States. So we have people that have maintained their weight. Now, it is really important that you don't think of surgery as just surgery. It is surgery plus diet and exercise. So you've got to be careful the calories that you're taking in, the carbs you're taking in, the amount of exercise you're doing. Are you taking in enough water? Your vitamins, are you under stress? Stress hormones can cause weight gain. Are you getting enough sleep? There's a lot that goes into it. And that's why I say you're my patients for life. Because I'm following up on you, you know, like, okay, you picked up 5 pounds here. What's going on? You know, let's talk about that. Maybe you need to see the dietitian again.
I like that you said that the sleep and the water, right?
Oh yes.
Oftentimes people don't drink enough water. They say, I don't drink water, right? And then they go to sleep late and they're up early, or they don't get sleep at all, right? So stress the importance of that, of those two entities in the whole weight loss procedure or maintaining, if you will.
So when you're not getting enough sleep, and by enough sleep, we want 7 to 8 hours every night in a dark room. Turn off the TV. Even that backlight of the TV can keep you up.
Right.
Close the phone, close the computer, get into a dark space for that 7 to 8 hours. That's really important for your body to rest. Otherwise, it keeps those hormones going, that adrenaline going. And it can often come out in the next day. It can manifest itself as hunger or thirst. And so you find yourself munching and snacking because you're not well rested. You know, so it's really, really important. The same thing with thirst. Sometimes you're thirsty, but you think you're hungry. You know, so you're eating more, but really what you need is a good glass of water.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, you know, some of us who grew up like me, my mother didn't have a lot. And so whenever she would cook and we couldn't go back for seconds, she would say, go to sleep and you wouldn't be hungry anymore. So some of us have this whole thought process in our mind, like, I need to eat because mommy said, go to sleep and I won't be hungry anymore.
Well, your mom knew that then. She kind of knew, right?
Exactly. Go to sleep, get the rest. Well, Dr. Johnson, we thank you so much for coming on and being with us and providing information. You know, why don't you tell people how to find out more about you and what
if they want to come in for a consultant.
Exactly.
Yes, please. You can see me. I'm at Morehouse Healthcare. So I'm a part of Morehouse School of Medicine. So you can find us on the internet. Come in for a consultation. Our number is 404-756-1400.
And we'll put your information on our page also, because we know that there are people that are listening in that do want to take that step and do want to start, you know, even with the whole diabetes thing, because we're living longer, right? And we want our health, our whole selves to match our where we are here and living longer, right? And so in order to do that, we have to take steps to get ourselves, and I like that you said that bariatric was a proven diabetes.
Oh, yes.
Go ahead. She said nothing greater than that. Nothing greater than that.
Nothing stronger than that. Yeah.
With the bypass, though, with the bypass, not the sleep.
The bypass. The sleep has very good effects on diabetes as well, but the bypass is a little bit stronger because of bypassing that area. It's a little bit stronger. You know, I have patients no longer on insulin, off both of those surgeries, no longer on insulin, no longer need to do needle sticks, need to take medications. It's so freeing, you know, and I love that. That's why I do what I do.
Yeah, no, yeah, absolutely. That is, you know what I like, Dr. Johnson? I like that you look like me, right? You look like me, and because that's important for me when I'm with trust, right? Someone who looks like me, and when I go in, you're saying, hey, you're not just, this is gonna be a life partnership. You know what I mean? So I like that you're saying that you go to weddings, you go to baby showers, because you follow along the people, and that means that you have really good bedside manners, right? Because you're getting invited outside, right? But thank you so much for coming on, because this is very important for us to talk about and get the information out to our audience of all things that affect us as women. Again, because we're living longer and we want everything to match, you know, we don't want to be in wheelchairs, right? And on walkers, as our mind is, you know, reaching 90. We want our bodies to be healthy also.
Well, thank you for having me, and thank you for having this conversation. It's really important. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. You have a great evening. All right.
Have a great evening. Bye-bye.
Yes, bye-bye.
We'll talk again.
Oh, so that was great conversation.
Great conversation. Like, yeah. I'm over here. I'm so studious. I'm over here taking notes. I got one side for Jim, one side for Dr. Johnson. Like,
both of them
I'm a forever learner.
Both of them had great information.
Yeah.
Both of them had great information. But no, I want to say thank you, because, you know, for those who are watching, please share this broadcast. Make sure you follow us at Main Talk On Air on Instagram. Follow us at Main Talk On Air on Facebook. Share this post after we talk. You know, Main Talk is all about hair, but you know, when Ayanta and I talk every day, we have so many different ideas and different show topics that we want to bring to you that affect our community. Of course, our whole goal is to say that everything affects us with our hair. Even with this, we're working out, you know, the way we feel about ourselves as it relates to, you know, weight loss. Although you say WWLD, we ain't gonna say what that means. You know, we're not talking about anybody not feeling confident or anything. It's about living your best life, being healthy, as you always say, Ayanta. At the end of the day, you know, we have so many disparities in our community, and we see that our other counterparts, you know, white women, white men are living longer, but in the Black community, we're dying early because of the illnesses and diseases that we have. Deshaun,
you making me cry right now in this moment. You hear me?
Where did it come from? Because our DNA doesn't, you know, really, you know, mesh well with the foods that we eat. And so
look, when Black Pink and Main Talk cross, listen, you better regurgitate that information, Deshaun. You made me so proud just then. When Black Pink and Main Talk intersects together, right?
Right. Then we have shows like this. So guys, make sure you share it. Next week, we plan on bringing.
We got a part two
of this, because we actually have some people who actually have gone through lipo and they're happy with their results and they're glad they did it. And actually one person did it twice. And then hopefully we will have someone on who actually went through bariatric surgery. We don't want to embarrass anybody.
And someone who didn't just went and lost weight.
Right. So we're always thinking about you and your topics. If you have any questions for us, make sure you send us a message on DM on Instagram, or send us a message on Facebook. If you want to be on the show, if you got something you want to say, you know, send us a DM and we may have you as a guest on the show. But until then,
I just want to say what Jill said. The first step is self-assessment. Okay,
The first step.
Get your mind right. Okay, get in that
All
mirror
right.
and have a conversation.
Exactly. And until then, until next Monday, you know, you can't stay here. You got to get out of here. I guess as they say on MTV. Thank y'all for joining us. We'll see you on next week for part 2 of Killing the Fat. Send us comments below. Thank you guys. We're reading. Thank you from Ireland. For those who watching in Ireland, thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye-bye, y'all.